Hi, it's Shannon, and welcome to my channel. The Sephora sale. I don't know about you, but I feel like that came out of nowhere. It was not on my radar. I didn't have a plan. I always have a game plan. I've got stuff in my cart. I've researched. I've been ready to go. And that was not the case this year. So I kind of went off the rails. I'm going to share my fragrance pickups. I'm also going to share this makeup look that I have on, and I'll come back around for some favorites from Sephora in another video. First up, I have Hinoki and Cedarwood. This is from Jo Malone. If you have been looking for that perfect Christmas tree scent, look no further. It's woody, it's aromatic, but it still smells like perfume, which is what really surprised me. This has a really beautiful aromatic fur kind of smell, but then the dry down still smells like perfume. It goes a little powdery and fresh, and this is very unisex. Anyone could wear this. I think this is one that you could spray on and people would probably think that you were out hiking. They would think that you were out there like chopping wood. I don't know, guys. I don't do that stuff. Well, I do go hiking, but I'm just saying you actually it smells like the outdoors. It's amazing, but it still has that perfumey, soft powderiness, which is not feminine, like I said, but I think anybody can wear this. This is stunning. So I was really excited to pick this up in the sale. I love Chris Collins, and I had a travel spray of Forbidden Apple Croque Moi, and I told myself it's basic, it smells like apple and vanilla, and yes, it smells lovely, but I don't need it. Now, I was wearing this on vacation. My room was across the hall from my sister's, and I was walking around. I sprayed this on, the travel spray, and she comes over and she's like, this was the next day, and she's like, hey, what did you have on last night? And I was like, I wear 5 perfumes a day. I don't know what I had on, but I went through, audited my samples I brought with me, and none other than Forbidden Apple Croque Moi. This does open with fresh apple, but there's some brown sugar, there's white rum, there's some fir and vetiver in here. I think there's cinnamon too. It's so likable. And this is what I'm noticing. The more that I sample Chris Collins scents, they're likable, but then there's these underlying kind of nuances. So if you pay attention to this perfume, you actually do pick up on a little bit of the fir and the vetiver. So I personally think this leans a little bit feminine, just because when I think of a sweeter perfume, I do think feminine. But this is a crowd pleaser, and I was in a very hot climate. So this one will get you through the holidays. I think you can also wear this year round, and it's really fun and playful fragrance. We have my original beloved Angel Share. This is unapologetic. It is deep, boozy cinnamon, and I think there's cognac in here. This is Thanksgiving. This is rich and decadent, but in the sale, I had to add to my collection On the Rocks. I've already talked about this. I did start out with a travel spray because I wanted to feel it out, but this just adds in ice, citruses, and there's some aldehydes at the top. This is sparkling and effervescent. So if you like Angel Share, no, you don't need both. You can definitely wear Angel Share, in my opinion, in the colder weather. You can wear that, kind of fall, winter. Angel Share on the Rocks. If you need a break from that dense, sort of decadent richness, you can wear Angel Share on the Rocks. This is year round. I would wear this in the summer. So this is so good. It's more versatile. If you're a big fan and you're like me and you're a collector and you like to be able to enjoy those scents that are nostalgic more year round, then check out Angel Share on the Rocks. I was really happy to pick this up in the sale because these Killians are also not cheap. So I was really happy to get that 20% off. This is the only perfume that I didn't go ahead and unpackage because when I saw this, I was like, how adorable is that? This is Ginger Biscuit from Jo Malone. I could not get this last year. I scoured Mercari. I was looking around and I just basically refused to pay 3 times the value. So there's this cute little Christmas ribbon and it's red and green. I love this. I am so ready for Christmas. I love Thanksgiving, but I'm also a big Christmas person. So the packaging is so adorable. I love that. So I have not opened this yet. And the bottle really doesn't disappoint. I already know what this smells like. And last year I was able to get like those tiny, I don't know if they're like they're not even 5 ml, like those tiny little ones that come with other scents. I was able to get a little itty bitty one last year. And then I did pick up the Middle Eastern, I think it's a dupe. It's like Ginger Babe. I still have that. And it does smell like this, but I really wanted this bottle. I thought it was so cute. This is such a great gift idea too. Ginger biscuit is, if you like ginger snaps, ginger, Christmas smells, spices, makes me want to bake. I mean, this is just a classic at this point. So to get it on sale is wonderful. I do think this is such a great Christmas gift option too, if you have somebody who likes sweeter scents and something that's kind of invokes the holidays too. The last perfume that I have that is on the way to me, so I don't have it with me. I don't know what it smells like yet, but I was so intrigued by the new Marc Jacobs Perfect Absolute. So that has a lot of like fig and caramel and something about that combination. I think there's some florals in there too, but something about the combination and that fact that it's supposed to be like a deeper and denser and sweeter version of Perfect, which I like Perfect, but I just like, I don't need it in my collection. So I am excited for Perfect Absolute to come to my house. So that one, I will report back how it is. I hope you guys were able to grab some of your favorite perfumes at Sephora this time around. And I'm happy to share what I picked up. I did want to share also from my makeup look. So here are a few of the products. I am not going to share my full cart because it was insane. And I don't know if everything was great yet. So I want to test some of that out, play with it, but I'm going to share what I have on and just first impressions. So this, you've probably seen this kit around the block, right? This is the Westman Atelier Sun Bronzing Drops or something. This is in the lightest shade 1. And I do have this on right now. I will say it blends perfectly. It's just really nice. So I do really like this. I just put it on the back of my hand and then went in with a brush. So it applied really easy. It looks incredibly natural, really easy to work with. So this is I guess if I'm ranking, what am I doing? This is a yes, and I really like this one. And then the other bronzer I have on is the Farrah Humidity Bronzer. I probably botched that. And this is, again, I think this is the lightest shade in Bois. And this is a powder bronzer, but the shade is actually really perfect. It's not too cool, not too warm. And I just layered this over the Westman Atelier and I really like it. The only thing I will say, this compact is freaking heavy. Like I would never travel with this. It's so heavy, but in terms of the product, I do like it. Bronzers are tough. I feel like the shade is really important. I'm a fan of this one so far. I will confess I am a major blushaholic. I probably own almost every single blush from Sephora. And I am thinking I want to do a 2025 like best of beauty, just like maybe top 3. But what I have on right now, this is the Charlotte Tilbury, it's right on here, thank goodness, Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick. So these blushes, I actually picked up 3 shades. I picked up the Rosy, Berry, and this is Peach. So I will show you, these are so pigmented. I mean, that peach is stunning. So that's what I have on. And you can really you can sheer it out if you want to. And then the Rosy Glow, I actually haven't swatched this one yet either. Beautiful pink color. And then the last one I picked up, honestly, I kind of want to go grab some more shades just because I really, really like this. And I love this berry shade for like fall, winter. I think that's so pretty. What I will say is these are very pigmented. They go on really smoothly and I have oily skin. just for reference. So I'm also just tend to be very shiny, but they're not glittery. The ones that are more glittery, I just pulled these out just so you guys could see. These are the Dior glow sticks. I love these too. I have 3 shades. I have Toffee, Candy, and Rosewood. And Rosewood doesn't have like the glitters Toffee and Candy do. But that's like the main difference, I would say, is that the Charlotte Tilbury is more of just the pigment, and then the Dior is more has some glitter, which I like both. It just depends on what kind of look I'm going for. So I would recommend either of those. I think if you're going for more natural, probably go for the Charlotte Tilbury. If you like a little bit of sparkle, and even just like as a topper, you could do the Dior. So I love both of those. First impressions of that Charlotte Tilbury blush are really positive. I know I said I wasn't going to go off, but I will also mention that the Dior, the newly released, I don't know how new it is now, but the Healthy Glow, what are these called? Rosy Glow blushes that they released. I have the same shades in the powder, and I do really like these. If you have more oily skin, and if I want them to last like all day, I will go in with the powder, and then I'll, like put the other one as a topper or something, just because cream blushes for me don't always last all day. So I also love the reformulation of these. I have the original, and I actually ended up just gifting them like to family and purchasing the new formula because it's way more pigmented. Again, Rosewood does not have sparkle, but the other two do. But I just think they're so pretty, give you beautiful sheen. On the eyes, I have the Natasha Denona. This is the Essential Eye Duo. And it's really like a pinky, like a sparkly pink and like a neutral color. So I just have the neutral in the eyelid, and then I have the sparkle on my lid, and one and done. Like Natasha Denona shadows are like, they're a no-brainer. I really like this with the peach blush from Charlotte Tilbury too. And then my lip combo for today, I have the Tom Ford, what's this one called? It is the lip pencil. It's in Reese. I will link it below. This is basically like a lighter pink. I will say I thought this was going to be too light, but I was able to really overline my lips with this. So if you like to overline, maybe you could go, even like some of the lighter colors would be good. I need to test this out more. I think this was like $45. And to be honest, the reason I bought it was it's supposed to be long wearing, so I need to test this out more. But I do like this color Reese. Just know that it's like very light pink. Like you can kind of see there, it's just like a very, very light pink. So I might have gone for more of that like neutral brown, which you can wear with more colors. But on the lip combo, the standout is this Hung Van Gogh, which I have not gone on the train yet, but now I'm really curious about this brand because I love this lipstick. This is Nothing Impossible, and it's supposed to be, I'll swatch this on my other hand for you. So it's supposed to be, I don't think the color is really coming through, but it's kind of like a neutral peach, maybe with like a little bit of a brown undertone. So, that's what it looks like in the bullet. This is what is the formula on this one? Creamy matte, like a dream. The formula on this is a dream. I have been wearing it just this afternoon, and I've been like taking a sip of water. My lips still feel hydrated, and I'm still getting a lot of pigment from this. So this is another one. I'm like, wait, the sale goes, I think only till Monday. I gotta move fast on this. But I really, really like this lipstick a lot. I love the formula of this. I think it's really good. And then lastly, I tried out 2 mascaras. I don't know about you. Sorry, there's like fingerprints on these, but that is okay. I don't know about you, but I don't have a mascara that I love. Like I feel like I'm always on the hunt, and I don't know if it's because I don't like my eyelashes, which is probably more to do with it, but I just don't. I mean, I repurchased ones just because I don't know what else to buy, but I did try out, this is the Kosas Soul Gazer, and it basically, here, let me show you. So it basically has this kind of bullet, or not bullet, has this wand. Definitely gave me separation separation. This is actually probably a good like everyday. I actually kind of liked this one. I did go in first with I don't know if this was, I think someone recommended this, but maybe I just don't. I think this is a tubing mascara. It's called the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. I think this is a tubing mascara. I have to double check, but I think that this is going to give you very like feathered and wispy lashes. And my lashes actually are pretty long because I use a growth serum. I just feel like my lashes ended up looking just kind of weird. So I actually went over it with the Kosas. So I need to play around with this more, but first impressions are not my favorite mascara. So I'm still on the hunt. If you have any suggestions, then definitely put them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of a few of my Sephora pickups, and let me know in the comments, what did you guys pick up? Any recommendations that I'm missing? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.